homegrownradio.net, bring the radio back to its roots. Terrace Martin takeover. Just edit that, man. That's fly. It's a boing boing.
You and your relationship with Quincy Jones, man. Talk about that, because that's obviously a legend in the game.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
How did that relationship flourish?
Man, I met Quincy through Snoop. Snoop asked me who did I want to work with. And Snoop, with me, I was kind of spoiled by Snoop Young, you know. That was my first entrance into the game. Mm-hmm. You know, that's still my big brother. We talk at least once a week and everything, you know. So, he asked me who do I want to work with.
Quincy.
And I said Quincy Jones.
But what was it about Quincy that you said he would be the person?
Because Quincy is the leader of bridging gaps. Mm. I mean, well, no. I'm sorry. I would say Miles Davis, but Quincy is part of that whole bridging the gap thing.
How did you get a sense of knowing that? Like, even with studying, like, how did you get a sense of just knowing the history like that? Asking
questions, and I was fortunate to grow up in Los Angeles with a mentor named Reggie Andrews and Billy Higgins. Mm. And Billy Higgins was the world's most recorded jazz drummer in the world. Wow. But he's right from Los Angeles, and he went to Jefferson High back in the day and everything. But he was on all the jazz records I grew up listening to, like Dexter Gordon, Lee Morgan, Jackie McLean, Sonny Stitt, McCoy Tyner, Herbie Hancock, Wynton Kelly, so on and so on and so on. So he had these firsthand stories because he was part of the history, and I grew up closely with him. So I was able to get the jazz history deeply from him, and cats like every time we come to town, Elvin Jones or Jackie McLean or Herbie come give clinics, or playing with Art Farmer, just, Benny Golson, or different jazz cats young. So that's where that came from. My hip-hop knowledge really came from me just growing up in hip-hop. Mm-hmm. But then my deep West Coast knowledge came from 50% of me growing up, the other 50% Battle Cat. Because Battle Cat was one of the pioneers of this West Coast shit.
Absolutely.
And I damn near owe a lot of my career to Battle Cat, because his sound really moved me like gospel music moved me. Like hearing I Won't Complain sing or Amazing Grace. The way he moves musically is like butter. He moves through the pulse like, if the pulse is, he's doing this, woo, 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 woo. He's ignoring it. But it's still it's a consistent pulse. It's not necessary, and he always detunes his keyboards where it's like 420. Being in tune is like being 440.
Niggas don't know what the
I'm
fuck
sorry,
I know.
I'm sorry.
I was looking up like 420. I know it's about to be April 20th.
Being in tune to all the artists that use auto-tune, auto-tune, you can look at the auto-tune plugin, it says 440. If you put on auto-tune and detune it to 430, you'll be a little bit flat. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the tuning. But Battle Cat hears in his intonation thing, and I think that's from Africa. Okay. That's from Africa, because being in tune is a European thing. Mm. So he's deeply involved without even. His shit feels earthy. It feels brown like fall, like leaves. Like it feels like gorillas walking through the motherfucking swap meet with mink coats on, dragging it in the mud, and they not getting wet.
That's
what his music feel like.
Gorillas walking through the swap meet.
That's what Battle Cat music feel like.
No. We can't tread lightly on that. Gorillas walking through the swap meet.
Imagine gorillas walking to the Slauson. Are you gonna move out the way, or are you gonna say, "Look out, homie"? Oh, come on now, confidence.
Oh shit, no, that's a great descriptor though. That's a great description though.
Taking shit, his music is very soulful, aggressive.
Yeah. What do you want your name to kind of fall into place into the whole grand scheme of things?
As long as somebody could just pick up where I left off, man, and keep this shit going and help out the next young cat that really believes in it. Be careful who to hand it to, because it's powerful.